or it's just going to start recording. That works too. All right. In that case, for everyone watching, welcome back to the episode. Today I have a fantastic guest on, Mr. Andrew, but I will let him introduce himself today to kind of give you a little spiel about him. So Andrew, please take the floor.
Awesome. So I'm Andrew Bentley. I'm a freelance cinematographer. I've been working freelance for about 8 years now. I'm also the creative director and co-owner of Black and Tan. That's a media company that's just been started based out of Durham. And I'm just having a good time filming beautiful things, making beautiful stories, bringing companies great work.
I love that. I love it. Well, Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm
I know for me, appreciate you, bro. I know for me, when we first met, you were editing. You're in the mix of working some crazy video. It was insane and looked amazing. If you guys ever get a chance to check out his page or website or anything like that, check it out. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
But anytime I see someone who's editing or creating just art, I always try to peek into their brain. What are they into? What do they like? How do they go about creating the masterpiece that they're fulfilling? And so for me, this whole, we want to call it podcast episode conversation, is typically around people who are making things, who are creating things, who are building and helping other people, whether it be through art, through business, just people who are trying to look and do more. And so I do want to kind of pick your brain a little bit deeper on the aspect of the business side of things, your personal life and how you came about it, and just a little bit into the editing side of things to see exactly how it can help other people. How's that sound?
Sweet, that sounds great.
Awesome. So I know my first thing is business minded, and I got to know, with the projects that you've worked on, how does videography affect the brand of the business?
Honestly, I think videography turns a company's actual brand and mission into a real life product. It begins to show people exactly what they're going to be doing. Instead of just words and a good mission statement, it actually shows the impact that can be had.
I know with videography, it's like this, let's say a picture tells 1,000 words. I feel like videography is just an entire book worth of information, context, and cinematography is a large part of that. What do you typically focus on when you're creating your videos, or even just the editing process of it? Are you trying to get a certain story across? Are you trying to get a certain look across? Does it depend on the business? What does that look like inside your brain? I want you to nerd out about this. Give me the details.
Okay. So typically if it's a client project specifically, it depends on what they're aiming for. So their ultimate goal of what they're trying to do, we then take that goal, form it into a story to then talk about how it should be shot, how it should look, the lighting, the wardrobe, starting to get crew together, different locations if need be. That way we can tie in the overarching message to then deliver the goal. The biggest part that I've learned recently that makes those emotions come out is actually sound design. So the visuals and everything, they could be super strong, but they don't mean anything if you don't have sound with them.
Really?
Yeah.
What does sound add to the story?
So sound is honestly the basis of all video too. Like music can drive a lot of people to have like thoughts, and they can see pictures and everything from music. So adding in a good soundtrack already sets the tone for how the video should be portrayed.
Would you say the same thing for like short form video as well? Because I know they have a lot of sound effects attached to it. Do you think that's a big part of why they go viral, essentially?
I think it does help keeping people engaged, especially because there's a lot of times too where, I don't know if you're watching a video and sometimes you're like, oh, it just kind of feels like empty, and you just like slide off, right? You just swipe off. And a lot of that also has to do with sound design, because if it's just visuals with a soundtrack, usually that can feel pretty empty. That's why people usually keep like natural sound from that they record just from like their iPhone or whatever they use to record. That way it just adds a little bit more depth, makes it feel like you're actually there.
So I know for me, Creating content has been an interesting journey for sure. I know marketing is not my strongest suit. I have a sales background, and the creating content aspect of it just seems challenging because there's so many different layers to it. You got to have the
Yeah.
sound, you got to have the hooks, you got to have the attention grabbing, just performance aspect of it, which in person I feel great about. Over
Yeah.
camera, it's a little hard to portray with so many different, pulling pieces to make it look good. So how do you do it? How do you typically take I know you have the long form process, but do you also
Yeah.
have short form process as well?
Yeah. So actually, specifically with YouTube, for instance,
Mm.
I have a YouTube channel that there was one video that went semi-viral, I should say. And I planned it out in a specific way when I was making the script and thinking about all of the research that I wanted to put into it, to where every scene that I had, every small little thing that I was going to be talking about in this video was also going to be cut into a short form video. So I basically set up the entire video, the long form video, to be short form clips all compiled together. So that then it made one large video and then cut down into all the other ones.
Mm. That sounds familiar. There's a guy named Alex Ramosi. I'm not sure if you know about him.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Yep.
So he was talking about, so he has this training on creating content, and he was talking about the um, content cycle or loop that you got to in. You got to hook, retain, reward. And he was
Yep.
saying to make long form content, you got to get at short form content and take it through a constant cycle of those iterations. So take a 1 minute clip and just being able to implement that dopamine hit in multiple variation, multiple times to make a long form video. Does that sound similar to what you're trying to say or what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
hardest part for me. It's just being able to keep the attention within a video. And I think that's why I'm doing a trial and error right now, is trying to get idea of A, what my audience likes to see, and also
Yeah.
B, how can I make this content creation process streamlined so that it's less time off my hand and more time I can just put into creating content. It's crazy.
Right.
But how'd you get into videography? I know we are just talking about you going to Quebec, but you
Yeah.
changed paths.
Funny enough, it was just a random night in college. One of my actual coworker currently.
Yeah.
At the time, we were just good friends hanging out in college. He borrowed his dad's camera because his dad was a professional photographer. And one night we just went out and started messing around with it, taking night photos and shooting anything that we could, long exposures. And since then, I got into photography. And then it slowly just started shifting more into videography with like little silly parkour videos and short films, 48-hour film contest things. So from there, I
Dude,
just
man,
fell in love.
where have you been at? Where all my parkour and martial arts days? I think you'd have been a great asset. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's
So
fun.
I know there's a different love between photography and videography. Is there a big difference to you?
Um, yes. Yes.
So,
Videography is a lot more involved because it's not like with photography, it's still a really good art form. It's just a lot easier because you can actually pose instead of having to direct. Granted, in my opinion, it's way better to direct for photos because then you can get a lot more like candid looking shots and more the cinematic style, as they would say.
yeah.
However, with photos, you don't have to think about how this mixes with audio. How, like, what sounds do I need for this? Is there going to be any transitions here? What does this movement add into the overall emotion that I'm trying to evoke within people? You got to think about the pacing of how everything moves, the people within the frame, like versus just
Yeah.
being able to sit there and capture something that you're directing.
So let me ask you, what's been your favorite project to record video wise? What was the story? What was the process? What was the end result? And what were you trying to portray to the audience that was going to watch it?
Yeah. There's been a couple. I really enjoy like filming athletes and also just being outdoors and filming things like that. I think one of my favorite projects was to just run around and cover a parkour competition. That was pretty fun. I made a pretty cool
They have those
hype
here.
reel afterwards. Yeah, yeah, they have some. They have some in North Carolina. There's some in Charlotte. There's some down in also Greenville, South Carolina.
That's awesome.
I think there's some in Raleigh as well. But
I had
yeah,
no idea about this.
yeah,
I need to check it out. Now I'm upset. Okay. So
yeah,
what was
yeah.
the
So,
story behind it? And they said that we had
so
hyper.
yeah, it was just a hype reel. I tried to do an overall event recap reel, basically make it very fast paced in a new style that I've been trying out because of, funny enough, a wedding that I actually filmed with my coworker. So that was good to put out the hype of the whole overarching thing, and then also give people their customized videos as well.
So if you had to describe your, and just for the record, we're typically when I'm talking to people, I want to learn from. There's podcasts out there who are just asking questions. It's interview style. It's A B. But for me, only people I really want to talk to are on here. You know, those are the people I want to
Yeah,
learn from, actually want to connect with, and actually want to build a relationship with. And so with that, I want to kind of get an idea inside Andrew's brain, and I want to know if you had to describe your style in 3 words, what would that be? Because I know every videographer, photographer has their own style that they kind of adapt to, that they like, that they kind of lean towards. What is yours?
yeah. Um, Trying to think of the proper words. I like to have more, I guess, moody frames. Um, I typically like to stay into the higher end commercial style where it's a little bit faster paced, or it's, I mean, it's pretty adaptable, but faster paced, moody, and then emotional because I love the sound design aspect of it, bringing in all different kinds of sounds to make people feel things.
That's awesome. And
Yeah,
so, what are you seeing with? I assume you watch other people's art or projects,
all the
correct?
time.
So you got to study. Just you got to study film. Um, so, what do you see as kind of like the biggest hiccups or mistakes you see people making when it comes to videography?
um,
And I say that loosely, knowing that everyone has their own style, and maybe that may
yeah,
be
yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
But for your perception,
Yeah, I mean, it's actually funny because last night I was watching a movie and there was just some ads that came up on like the streaming service. Um, and it was this ad for a mattress company. The concept was really cool. However, I think for the actual emotions and trying to draw people in and sell something, I don't think it worked. And the main reasons why is because it was a voiceover and a soundtrack. So there was no depth in the audio, and then the
yeah,
visuals just it irked me so much. I'm
it
like,
was shot.
how did they pay for this without having any sort of lighting or like no extra crew? It looked like it was just somebody running out there with their phone just capturing it on the day of.
Budget cuts,
I was
man.
like,
Budget cuts.
yeah, that's why I was like, they must have paid at least like $700 for this. Like, jeez.
Jeez, sir. So
Yeah,
what
the
do
best part of that commercial was the 3D thing at the end that they made. And I was like, wow, why couldn't everything
they
be like
spent
that?
all the ad budget just in the last 10 seconds?
I think so, yeah.
Wait, so would you say you're a film buff? Do you like watch films for the idea of videography?
Surprisingly, no. I actually don't watch
No.
a lot of movies. I don't watch a lot of shows. No, I actually don't.
What's your what's your thing? Is it just YouTube? Like you just stay on YouTube 24
Um,
7?
yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, that's how
That's
I
fair.
learned photography and all this stuff. It's how I learned parkour. It's how I learned a little bit about rock climbing and everything too.
Do
So
you do
I'm
parkour and
pretty,
rock crawling currently?
yes, yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah,
We
that sounds
gotta
good
go.
to me.
We
Man.
have to go.
Anytime, let me know.
Dude, I'm always looking for, so right now I'm obviously switching up my friend circles and just trying to meet new people and connect with new people. And so
Yeah.
anytime someone's doing something awesome like this, like I want to be part of that because that's what I do. But
Yeah.
everyone has their own thing, so I have to talk to them first to see exactly what that
Oh, I
looks
get
like.
it. Oh, I get
Hardcore and
it.
rock climbing, definitely up there for me. One of
Nice, sick. Yeah.
my student parents is trying to take me mountain biking, and that's been
Oh,
like
cool.
it's been on my goal. And then hopefully I can find somebody to go skydiving with. We'll see how that works. But
Nice. Yeah, I
yeah,
might actually be able to
yeah,
connect you with some people. I know some people who go.
yeah. See, I like high energy things. I like adrenaline pumping things. I think it's
Adrenaline
just the
pump.
martial arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the martial arts and I want to say tricker in me. It just
Yeah. Oh, you're a tricker.
needs. Yeah, I
Oh,
came with
nice. Okay. So you would want to be more in like the free running stuff then, huh?
a little bit. Yeah, it's just
Nice.
fun. It's just
Yeah.
interesting. Like I don't like staying still. I don't like sitting down. I'm always moving. I'm always training. It's just who I am, and it's how I
Yeah.
express myself. And so eventually it transferred over into martial arts. It transferred over into martial arts adapted into tricking, and then tricking became a little bit more freestyle with parkour and free running. And so they all kind of combine each other. Have you ever been
Yeah.
to Enzo?
I was just about to bring it up. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So that's where not originally learned tricking, but that's where I got better at tricking. And so
Okay,
I
makes
started
sense. Yeah.
off in the grass, just watching videos on YouTube, trying to figure out how to do a corkscrew. And I literally have my progression
Nice.
video of just falling, bruises, and just getting better until I finally landed
Yeah.
it. And
Oh,
so
dude, that's awesome. You have that video. I wish I had the video when I was learning the cork. It took me years.
video, no, videos.
Or videos. Yeah.
Multiple.
Sorry. Like, yeah. My bad. Yeah. Yeah.
I just looked back and I cringed because I was like, "Ooh, that looks so like it feels like it hurts just watching it."
Yeah. It looks
And I was-
painful. Yeah.
But it's always a good thing. It's also a nostalgic feeling of just looking back and like, we made it so far. We made
Yeah.
it so far. So
Yeah,
what's
it's
your,
good that you look back too.
what's your favorite technique or move?
In parkour or tricking?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. For parkour, I mean, I'm a big fan of like Kongs. So those got me. I love them. I've always been castaways are so fun. I love those. I love those so much. I finally got my first one outside. Like,
That's
I mean, it's been like a year ago, but still. Yeah.
I don't care.
So
You're better than I
I'd
am.
say. Hey, no, I don't know about that, man. I don't know. It's been a while. And then I think tricking is definitely the cork. I love a cork. It's just too good. I spent too long learning that thing.
I'm just trying at this point to maintain it, like trying not to lose at this point.
Oh, I felt it. I'll just throw one every now and then, and it's like, okay, good, it's still there. Like, it didn't go anywhere.
Have you ever made a video of yourself doing like tricking and parkour?
Yeah, kind of. I actually used to have like a YouTube channel for it. And I've also made a little bit of a more artsy edit, I guess. But I've always had the dream and plans to make big videos, just never did.
Not usually. I think last year, me and my friends started doing a lot of like fight scene cinematography.
Oh, nice, yeah.
Cinematographic videos, and I think at some point in time, the idea of doing like acting or stunt work came into mind. It wasn't like top of my list, but
Yeah.
it's definitely like because I appreciate martial arts and the art aspect of it, what it looks like on camera is incredible. And if someone asked me like, would you do, because I also like fight scenes are my thing. They're my thing, Andrew. Like, it's my go. It's just what
do you like choreograph them and everything?
Yeah. So I was on
Nice.
a demonstration team for my school, and the fight choreography was just because I'm so busy watching movies, and I'm like, oh, I can do that. Okay, let me try to incorporate this. And I got all these tricking movements and that can look good into the fight. And I'm like, oh, God, I have all these ideas, and then very little people to actually interact with to make them come alive. And so it's just one thing that I kind of just suppressed because it took more energy to try to think about it than to push it down. So it is what it is. Anyways.
That makes sense. Makes sense. It seems to be a big problem within the cinematography world and everything.
I mean, that, and when I work with people, the projects typically never come to light. Like we do a practice, maybe three, and then after that, something switches up. And I'm a
Yep.
very commitment person. Like if I'm gonna do something, we're gonna do it. Like let's go.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
all for
Same.
it. But most people don't. Their commitment issues are their problem, not mine. So yeah, I
Yeah.
was just curious on what that looks like for you. But back on track because we got
Hey, it's always good.
what's your obviously you're building your own freelancing on the side and you're doing your own type of projects. Typically, how many, if it's an ideal world, what would your business look like? Client
Oh,
wise, revenue wise, your participation operations wise?
um, I know participation operations wise, I want to be involved for sure. I still want to be filming, overseeing some edits. I don't know if I'd want to be editing as much.
Mhm.
Um, but I definitely still want to be very hands-on with the projects, make it a very collaborative effort. I think some of the best work comes from the people that you work with. In terms of like revenue and everything, I mean, it would be great to be up in like the six figures, seven figures, you know?
Yeah.
um,
Who's
but I
your
know
ideal client for that?
ideal clients, honestly, I would love to have just some really good retainer clients to then just keep everything afloat so it can fund two things. It can fund the outreach to bigger clients, and it can
Mhm.
also fund the more creative projects that we actually just want to do internally. We being as in like the ideal team, obviously, that I'm trying to build. So, yeah.
Have you thought about connecting with not media companies, but marketing companies? So while
Yeah,
they're
I've thought
doing like
about that
the
and like contracting with them, just to kind of get more involved within the community, meet more people, and then have like a steady income. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing now, except minus the actual, salary. So,
I mean, I want to connect with more people. Like I want to. Right now, I'm in my be of service part of my life, and so I want to
yeah,
be
I
able to
get
connect
it.
with more people to help you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So,
That'd be awesome.
I try to send some people your way, marketing wise, maybe even media wise, to see exactly how I can help you in your process in your venture. But
Oh, thank you.
with the clients that you're currently getting, how are you building your client base right now? Is it just referrals? Is it you outreaching out to people on social media? They see your content, they DM you. What does it look like for you?
It's a lot of referrals. So I'll usually just get pulled on a lot of projects, or people will just come to me. A lot of times, actually, not a lot of times, just a few times, there have been companies that have reached out to me to do like product reviews and things based off of my YouTube. So that's been nice as well.
Yeah.
Um, but those deals are still strange. They're just a
Question.
little different than like normal work. So a lot of those times the deals will just be like, hey, can we send you this product and either do like a flat rate for this amount of content from it, or they'll just send the product and ask for a review, and you just be super honest about it. Some of them will ask to send the product back. It's just very negotiation heavy for those projects so far.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a lot of work for very little. Is what it sounds like.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I think a lot of so far I've enjoyed doing it. I try to work with, whenever it comes down to it, companies that I use their products and support their products.
Mm.
So if they send me something, I'll usually take that as the opportunity just to try and get a piece of gear that I've either been looking for, or just use it and get something small out of it, just because I love using their stuff and support it anyway. But yeah, usually it's pretty small. I'm hoping those brand deals can get bigger, with time.
How do you obviously the negotiation process is part of that, but typically how do you price creative work? I know it's super, I would say difficult, at least from my eyes, to put a value on something that other people may deem differently. So how do you
Yeah.
price your services?
Usually it's pretty quote based. So there's currently I have a day rate. I also have an entire spreadsheet of all the gear that I have, so I can include different kits. So like lighting kits, audio kits, videography kit, those are added on to the actual day rate, as
Yeah.
well as whatever locations may be, however many days, actor rates, other crew that I would need, like a focus puller or a second camera operator or a gimbal operator, something along those lines, as well as any other mileage, um, any other props that we need to buy for the whole shoot. It really just depends on the whole scope of whatever the client actually needs.
Is it just you, or do you have people that you kind of, I'll say, one-off projects with along the way?
It's been me for the most part, but now with Black and Tan Media, it's myself and Philip Teasley. So we both we both run that pretty heavily. We're currently in the startup phases, but from our wedding stuff that we're doing, we're starting to branch out and get more into the commercial world because it's just what we love doing.
Yeah, I assume it pays better.
Yeah, it does.
So what's for someone who's trying to start a media brand or company, what would you say has been the hardest part that no one really kind of discusses or talks about?
I think the starting phases, because it's really hard to do free work pretty much and get people on board to do free work. Because it's like, if we can't monetarily pay you, we want to give you something else, like a good experience. It's something that you love to do, or if it's like an actor that's needing something for their reel, giving them some good, beautiful shots, things, just some sort of exchange instead of just being like, hey, come do this thing for us for free, please. Cool, thanks. Um, I think it's hard to be able to really lock someone in on a schedule when it's for free, just because there's not really that much incentive, you know?
Yeah, that's what I can see. I feel
Yeah.
like, but I feel like no, maybe not, because it's again, it's the free aspect of it. But I feel as though business owners would jump to the opportunity to have good marketing after seeing a video or two. And be like,
Yeah.
oh, you're trying to do it for free? Let's do it. Like, when can we do it? That sounds amazing. Especially with
Yeah.
social media being so prevalent and how business are being monetized and just advertised. I don't see why they wouldn't jump at the opportunity for it. What typically is kind of your biggest objection when it comes to the free work that you guys are doing?
Well, it's usually the thing that stops people from doing it, I think, is the fact that there's not really any work that we have put out there yet. We have a ton of stuff on the back burner we're waiting to like launch,
Hmm.
but we're trying to get a few more specific case studies. So without having those like 2 to 3 videos to show people like, hey, this is what we can do for you, it's really hard to go and just be like, hey, this is our idea. This is how it can work. This is how we will do it, and we'll do it for free. Like, for some reason, I don't know why. I'm actually curious. I'm going to go back and ask some people what their hesitations were about it, and then proceed forward with that. But I'm not entirely sure why
What's
there
your
are hesitations.
what's your offer that you usually go in with?
So currently we're working on an actual like social media offer. So we'll go in for just a few hours. We will record B-roll within a business, and then we will also record like a sit-down interview with either the owner or a manager or something about the place, so that we can have a little vignette of that person in the place. We can have footage from the actual place, and we can even make them a small little video about who they are and what they do. Yeah, so we're trying to build a retainer package where we go in once a month for a few hours, and then we can give them a myriad of content that they can have for social media, website purposes, like whatever they need.
Do you think that on their end it just sounds like they would have to manage it afterwards, or do you guys do that
I
in
think that is part of the problem, yes. So, because that is not currently something that we offer, we would just be making the content and delivering it to them. We'd be ideating with them and everything too. So everything is all set up. But I do think that a few people adding to the team for this would be really good. So it's almost like we're the full package. We'll give you photos, we'll give you videos, we'll plan out the posts for you, will actually post them for you,
Yeah.
that type of thing. Yeah.
Well, now this is obviously I enjoy business and I enjoy talking about business. So this is fun for me. Hopefully it's as fun for you. But
That's
um
great.
not to actually probably no, I'm gonna probably cry a little more. In terms of pricing, do you think it would be valuable to them to increase the price and that in this case you'd be able to white label the social media side of it, and this way
Yeah.
you can still get clientele, you can still get the people that you're going through, but they also get the social media side of it without you having to necessarily do it. I know there's obviously the trust aspect on the white label, but
Right.
it would still bring in more. It would give you guys more range. It'd give you a little bit more value to the client side of things. Would that be something that you would ever consider doing? Is something that you've already considered doing?
Yeah, that's something that we've been
Okay.
actually considering and talking about doing. We're just looking for those few people to do the case studies on right now, and then pitch further from that. And I actually think we have a couple businesses lined up that we'll be able to do that with, because I think that's probably the route that we will go for sure.
Mhm.
There's either that, or we might even run it to where we have other freelancers that then basically we just pull in and then have people talk to them as well. So it's like, hey, we'll do the content part. Here's our website guy. Here's our social media guy. Like, you can talk with them as well. And then they'll just basically, we'll send 3 separate invoices or however maybe.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if there's a freelancer who does social media right now for free, doing the same thing you guys are doing, just on a social media side, being able to collaborate, I think that would just make sense for
Yeah.
them and you. If they want to keep their own brand, to say,
Right.
you know, they can keep it underneath the white label. But if you guys combine, then that'd be a whole.
And then even better,
business.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, it's
awesome.
nice too because it kind of gives us a testing period, so say. So it's like we earn their trust, they earn ours, and then we can combine and continue to do what we were doing anyway.
So for me, because anything I'm doing, I want to do to the highest extent of it. But for you,
Yeah.
I know you still want to be in the process of the directing, the actual project. How big would you like to take your business? Is there a limit? Is there a point you're like, it's just too big. I just want to stay right here and I just want to focus on this so we can still bring quality. What does that look like for you?
Honestly, no. I just want to see how big it can go. How far it can go.
That's
The
now we're
opportunities it can
talking.
bring. Yeah.
Now we're talking. Because I mean, everyone has a different perspective. Some people have families, they have life, they want to just
Yeah.
build it up to a certain degree. It pays for the bills, and you're like, you know what? I'm good. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But no, for me, it's just, if I'm gonna do something, why not think big? And why not go big? And why not do it as best as I can? We only have one life. Why not spend it doing something amazing and helping more people in the process? I'm not sure
Yeah,
if you realize
exactly.
that or not, but it's definitely something I do. As
Oh no, I
an
agree. 'Cause I was even
entrepreneur.
gonna say, like, if it goes bigger and better than that, that's just more people that I can help. I can give more opportunities to my son, like give more opportunities to the people who are around me, you know, hit some of the big goals that I have for my life for in terms of like, helping my parents out as well as like my siblings
Yeah.
and my family. So
What? Oh, I just had a question that already died in my brain. We were just talking about goals, weren't we?
yeah,
What were we talking about
yeah.
just before this? It's gonna bother me now. It just had it at the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, it was,
So,
we were talking about like all the white labeling.
and then right after that,
Yeah, how big we wanted the business to go.
God, it's gonna bother me. It's gonna drive me crazy, and
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pop in my head like 5 minutes later, and that's gonna be
Oh,
perfectly
I get it.
fine. And that's gonna. It's okay. It's fine. But with media being so prevalent nowadays, I think your industry is some. It's not going anywhere. Like
Oh no, there's no
just
way.
as. I mean, the only caveat is being how the media is being portrayed, because obviously podcasts are getting big nowadays. And I remember what it was. just talking about podcasting. Would you ever do a movie?
I would, yeah, I would. Actually, I have a feature film project that I am currently working on that should be produced either it should be filmed, I should say, by the end of this year, I believe.
That's awesome. Is it with
Yeah.
like a school, a project crew? What does it look like?
It's actually with someone that I started my entire film journey with. I did 48-hour film projects with him, a lot of short films, and now he's written up a feature and we're going to be producing it. So,
That sounds incredible, dude.
yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you. I
Awesome.
appreciate that.
So you would leverage into the cinema world if you could.
I think only for me, it's more of like a passion thing, right? If there's a story that I can really get behind and that I can see, like have a very clear vision for how it can be done, I think I would do it. Ultimately, though, I want to be in the commercial side because I want to be able to take that storytelling in filmmaking and bring it over to the commercial side where there's more limitations, which makes it more creative. And it's
Test
kind
your
of
skill,
more
man.
freeing. Yeah, it definitely tests your skill
Yeah.
more. It's a lot more stressful.
Hardcore and tricking.
Yeah, exactly.
You have the
Exactly.
freedom, but also combining the skills to make it a little bit more complex. And you got to just test your ability to navigate the obstacles at hand. I think I
Yeah, yeah.
completely understand that. That's what I get from fighting. It's just fighting and entrepreneurship. I feel like they go hand in hand. Like you're always going
Oh
to
yeah.
have things flying at you, and whether it be objections, angry clients, whatever it may be, there's always going to be problems at hand. You got to be able to
Yeah.
negotiate, navigate, move quickly, and I think that's why there's such good learning tools in life.
Yeah. Oh
Being
yeah.
able to take the chaos and just be calm in it, to accept it and acknowledge what's going on, but still come out on the other end of it saying, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's rock and roll. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
What's been
Being adaptable.
the biggest life lesson for you, Andrew?
Oh,
I know that was a immediate switch. We were talking about life changes,
Yeah.
not like life approaches to common activities.
Yeah.
And I think martial arts is definitely a good one. I think parkour and tricking can definitely be a good life or a teacher of life. And so I'm trying to figure out what to you has been kind of the biggest or greatest life lesson that you've taken and adapted for day-to-day life.
Yeah, I think actually with having my son, it's taught me a lot about the true meaning of patience. I always thought I was a patient person until I had a kid. And I've definitely learned how to be a lot more patient and calm when it comes to just change in general. There's been a lot of big life changes, a lot of things that I would have never expected my life to come to, but it's been nice to just, I wouldn't say watch and wait, but like it's like active waiting. Patience is just actively waiting. You're constantly doing something to continue to move forward while you're still waiting for other things to be resolved and answers to come, because it'll happen eventually, and if it doesn't, oh well, you know. But I wouldn't be shocked if I'm not going to explore it.
Absolutely. With your son, if you would want him to take away one characteristic or one personality trait from you, what do you think you'd want him to have from you?
I want him to be kind, like to everybody, because I think that's one thing the world could use a lot more of, is just no matter what you're facing, no matter what's going on in your own life, no matter however angry you may be, just be kind. You never know what anybody else is going through. So everybody needs a little bit of kindness in their life.
I love it. Well, Andrew, this has been awesome, but I'm going to end out with the closing aspect of this show. And I'm going to give you the floor. If you have any questions or anything that you want to ask me or talk to me about, is there anything on your mind? If no, that's okay too.
Yeah. What made you want to get into the podcasting?
I still have a hard time describing it as podcasting, simply because it's not a venture for me. Like for me, it was another way of marketing. That's originally where it came from. I was talking to someone I looked up to about marketing, And someone else, yeah, I'm doing the content, I'm posting it, I'm just trying to get attention, obviously, for the other business I have. And to figure out what to do next, can you just take an audit of it? And he just brought up the idea of, have you thought about podcasting? Talking to people and interacting with people while you're connecting and you're building your network. At least you can make a conversation and then use that as marketing. And I've done that in the past with the fitness industry, but at the time it just didn't make sense as much. But now I did a little bit of rebranding. It starts to come a lot into focus. But anyways, long story short, it was a way for me to better myself at connecting with people. Being raised from up north and being a very much introvert, I was very direct, very transactional, very just like to the point. And for me, I'm okay with that. I'm comfortable with people talking to me like that. But coming down south, you start to realize, A, people don't appreciate that as much. But also B, it's probably not the ideal way to build long-lasting connections or friendships. And when I reached 26, I think that's one thing I was looking forward to, is just building new connections and new friendships as I change kind of my circle of influence. And so this is just an easy way to connect my comfort with business with my uncomfortability of connecting and relating friendships to people. So yeah, that's my little spiel about why this came together. Hence why it's called hybrid connections, being able to combine business and personal in one area. So yeah.
Yeah, I love it. That's awesome. Have you thought about ever bringing it face to face and actually making it like a sit down podcast type thing?
Yeah, that's definitely the end goal, because obviously I enjoy in-person conversations a lot more than video conversations.
I get it.
But obviously, I'm going to be able to find a space that I can record in, and it makes it online makes it more convenient for the other person. Fair. And in the immediate building up of the podcast, it makes it a lot less expensive on my end, which is
I was about to say that's nice. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely coming in person would make things a lot more interesting, a lot more personal, a lot more fun for me. And so when that time comes, I definitely want to jump on the opportunity. So yeah, I definitely would.
Awesome.
Yeah. Would you ever do one for yourself?
I've thought about it. Honestly, I'm more interested in producing podcasts now. With Philip and I, that's why I'm asking, because Philip and I actually produced a podcast for Triangle Nannies recently, and it's very nice. It's fun to be able to go like, so they're like a triad-based nanny company that I don't remember exactly how many employees, but it's probably one of the best nanny programs that I've heard of, and they pay their employees very well, and every family that they work with is very, very pleased.
So they just have their own podcast, so they talk about nannying?
Yeah, they just started their own podcast. The most recent one, they were actually talking about like fertility and how that also relates with working with nannies and if anybody's having those types of issues. So yeah, it was interesting. It was some good information to learn, but yeah. That's so we're ready to start our own podcast too. Yeah, right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for me, it's going into, again, kind of getting very honed in on what I'm looking to accomplish, what I want the brand to look like, and who I'm looking to attract. So before I was very scatterbrained in what I was presenting online, and I had to just very much be concise in what I'm trying to do. And I stumbled across the idea of, being honest, being truthful. Like, what is my story? Who is Kason when people look at him? And I'm an athlete who loves business. Like, that transition is just what I'm going through right now. And anyone who's into fitness or anyone who's into business, they're the type of individuals who I want to connect with, because those are people who are trying to do better. They're trying to do more. They're trying to build things. And that's what I want to do in my life. I just want to build, create, connect, and just, I don't know. I want to make cinematography, but for life.
That's I love it. I love it. Yeah.
And so this helps out. And I get to meet people like you. I get to meet people who are just not seen as much, who want to connect just as much as I do. And hopefully we got to do that today.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, that's a good mission. I like it.
Appreciate you, Andrew. So to finish up here, I have one last question for you, and
Okay.
try not to get choked up. But if me and you, knock on wood, if me and you are on our deathbeds right now, and you can leave one lasting message, whether it be with the audience, whether it be with yourself, your family, your son, what would that message be?
Try to be as kind to yourself as you are to others. Give as much that you possibly can, because none of it comes with us. But every interaction, every memory is left behind. So if you can be the best version that you can of yourself and be as kind as possible, I think that'll leave the best lasting mark that you possibly can.
I love that. Andrew, thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right. For everyone else watching at home, thank you guys for joining in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.